Hi everybody, Barbara Draska here. Hey, I wanted to help you reverse engineer your Amazon wholesale income for 2019. And if you're not selling on Amazon yet, or you're not doing wholesale yet, this might clear some things up to help you get your brain wrapped around some of the quotes you're seeing out there about people making $10 million, $20 million a year on Amazon. But how does that translate into real numbers? Those are gross numbers, right? So I know there are a lot of you out there who are doing retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, or really you're just trying to replace a spouse's income and have a little bit more freedom and have extra money and have money coming in just to know that your bills are covered every month so you can do other things. And maybe it's not your goal to grow a $30 million business, and it's your goal to have freedom. So I'm going to just kind of pull back the curtains. I did a little drawing out here, and this is just, on a pad of paper with some Sharpie markers, and these are just rough, round numbers. Everything, of course, is dependent on multiple factors, but I just wanted to help you get your brain around what it looks like to sell $1 million of product on Amazon. And a lot of us get we get short-circuited when we start imagining larger numbers for our business and ourselves if we're not used to it. So I wanted to kind of allay your fears and just give you some realistic insight into what normal people like you and me could potentially do on Amazon if we just put a little bit of effort into it. We have a system that we follow, and it's not. Sometimes we make things a little bit more complicated than they have to be. So I just wanted to invite you to kind of quiet your mind and come along with this journey with me for just a couple minutes now. And I'm just going to kind of go through some basic numbers so that you can start imagining what December 31st, 2019, fast forward 10 months down the road, what is your end of year going to look like, and how you can reverse engineer that success starting right now. So here we go. And again, these are, very kind of thumb numbers and general numbers, and there are a lot of factors involved when selling online. But again, this is just a simplified example. So if you sold $1 million gross on Amazon at an 18% net profit, which you can do anywhere between like 15 and 20% net ROI in Amazon with wholesale. So I just took a middle of the road number just to choose one. Let's say 18%. It could be up or down from that. So that means you will net $180,000 a year. Now, keep in mind you have Q4. So fourth quarter is the last few months of the year where sales just skyrocket, whether you're selling seasonal or not. There's simply more people online and on Amazon buying stuff. So, but again, just to have simple numbers, we'll say it's divided by 12 and assuming that it will be more during the last couple months of the year. So that means $180,000 net divided by 12 months is $15,000 net income a month. Now, I know that would replace the income of a lot of people that I know, a lot of friends that I know. So what would that do for your income? If you had that, would you be able to quit your job? Would your spouse be able to quit your job? Would you be able to spend more time with your kids and go travel, etc.? So let's just break that down further. Let's say you have to sell $1 million gross in 12 months. Okay, so what does that mean? What do you have to do now to get to that point by the end of 2019? So you divide that by 12 months, and you're going to need to generate $83,333 a month in gross sales in order to meet that goal of $1 million gross by the end of the year, within a 12-month period, I'm sorry. So if you had seen the webinar that I did with Dan Metters and Eric Lambert last week of the Wholesale Formula, we quickly found unscripted a couple of pet products. I think it was 3 or 4 products from 2 manufacturers where we could have netted thousands of dollars a month on each product as they are right now with the rank and the sellers and the price after developing a relationship with that supplier. So with that reference point in mind, we want to look at how many products do we need and how many suppliers do we need to have a relationship with in order to meet this $1 million a year goal. So if you have to sell $83,333 a year in order to meet $1 million a year in sales goal, and let's say, and I made this conservative, you see I scratched off that $2,000 a month in gross per product. I scratched it off and made it, let's say, you would only be able to generate $1,000 gross sales per product a month, which is so reasonable. I mean, that is like way on the lower end. How many products do you need? You need 84 products. Now let's say each supplier that you found had multiple products that you could sell. And once you lock down that account, you have the ability to sell their other products as well. So how many suppliers do you need, assuming, again, all rough numbers, assuming that each supplier has 4 products that will generate you $1,000 a month gross sales? You need 21 suppliers. Now, again, I'm going to keep reiterating this. These are rough numbers. But just for simple math purposes, I wanted to illustrate to you so you can start wrapping your head around that $1 million a year is absolutely possible as an Amazon seller when you are sourcing using the wholesale model learned in the wholesale formula. So let's say you reverse engineer. Now you know you need 21 suppliers who at least have 4 products each that you can gross $1,000 a month in sales. So let's say all you have to do is tweak any one of these numbers in certain ways by learning the right skills. So for instance, you have to close down 21 suppliers. So the more skilled you are at negotiating with suppliers to increase the amount of products sold on the listing, decrease the amount of sellers on the listing, maybe by negotiating a full or a partial exclusive for that product, or increase the amount of products that you sell from their catalog, or increase what you do with those products through, for example, bundling. So if you just doubled the number of suppliers, or double the number of products that you source, or increased the number of products from each supplier, increased the amount of sales you can make a month from that listing by improving the listing, by optimizing the listing, by working with the supplier using your value propositions to increase the value of that listing to you and the other sellers on it. When you tweak any of these numbers, then the end result changes, and you'll see it's fairly straightforward to get from $1 million to $2 million in sales a year when you know what you're doing, right? When you follow the formula and you get really skilled in practice at creating these relationships with suppliers and working with them to help them make more money as well. So now we want to reverse engineer. Okay, you know you need 21 suppliers in general to get to $1 million gross a year, Now you need to ask yourself, how many suppliers do I need to reach out? First of all, how many products do I need to find by going through the sourcing process, by going through the scouting process to find products that meet a certain criteria, at what price point, and then how many suppliers do I need to contact, assuming there is a 10% conversion rate, we call it. So if you could convert 10% of the suppliers that you contact to get 21 of them, let's reverse engineer that number. You need to contact 210 suppliers. Okay, so when you have a system in place and you've gotten skilled at closing them, okay, so that's a metric you can tweak by getting better at the relationship you build with these suppliers, and also how you approach brand owners, right? So if you could set up a system where you could contact even twice that many suppliers, like 420, and only have a 5% conversion, that would get you to $1 million a year gross. And the more skilled you become at any part of this process here, the more you can tweak these individual metrics that will grow your business incrementally. So when you see these numbers out there, oh yeah, this person's making gazillion, million, quadruple, gazillion dollars a month in sales on Amazon, right? You don't necessarily have to have that goal for yourself and your business and your family. You could make your goal is $4 million a year sales in Amazon to get yourself to $60,000 in net profit a month. After you learn the formula for getting there and then improving upon the different parts in the process so that you can tweak your way up to a higher gross and a higher net, in fact. So at any rate, I invite you to go see my bonuses for the wholesale formula. I am promoting this, and I'm including a bonus package that teaches you all of those tweaking methods. It includes my soon-to-be launched Brand Woo course, how to woo the brands of your dreams, so that you can close more brand owners in that communication process and improve your conversion from how many brands you put into your pipeline and how many actually approve you. And then also my marketing course talks about how to increase the number of sales on the listing by using some marketing methods off of Amazon. And I'll also teach you how to increase the number of products from a supplier that will be profitable for you and not necessarily profitable for other Amazon sellers. So go ahead and go to twfbonus.com to see all my bonuses, and that's just a portion of them. I'm giving you a free laptop, a Chromebook computer, a bunch of discounts. I'm going to buy you a month of a couple of tools that you need to actually find these products. And until the deadline tonight is 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, and you have until then to call me, 602-888-0342, if you want me to help you walk through these numbers for you, or just coach you, backwards coach you, like reverse engineer. What is your business? What do you want your business in your life to look like by the end of December 31st this year? And let me help you imagine, how you can get there based on where you're at in your business and in your e-commerce and Amazon journey. So again, give me a call, 602-888-0342. I will pick up the phone and we'll have a chat. Bring with me your 3 burning questions about selling on Amazon wholesale. And again, my name is Barbara Drazga. You can go ahead and join me at twfbonus.com and roll by midnight tonight. And I'm thrilled if you choose me as your guide for going through your journey of learning wholesale. And I'm really excited about being part of your success on Amazon. Thanks very much. Remember to dream big. I'll see you soon.